Hello and welcome everyone to the Manatee District Virtual College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event today. We have a fantastic group of institutions ready to tell you all about their campuses and programs. My name is Jeannie. I'll be your facilitator, and I just have a few reminders as we get started here. First of all, your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you today. However, find that Q&A button on your screen. You can use that at any time during today's event to submit your questions to our presenters. And you don't have to wait until a certain college is presenting. If you have questions for any or all of our presenters today, use the Q&A button at any time. This is one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website for additional sessions taking place later this evening. And then this session, along with all of the others, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Manatee District Virtual College Fair. I will put that link in the chat for you all, but now I'm going to get us started, and we are going to hear first from Eckerd College. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We will get started. All right, so Eckerd is not that far from you. We're just north in the city of St. Petersburg. So this is our campus, 188-acre campus, sits right on Boca Ciega Bay that feeds out into the Gulf of Mexico. One of the interesting things, and I think certainly of note for many of you who are close by relatively, is that only about 17% of our students live on campus. And so that's quite different and distinct from most colleges and universities. And so you can see the geographic representation right here. 83% of our students also live on campus, live with us, and can live with us all 4 years, with 48 different states being represented in the student body and 39 other countries. One of the most interesting statistics I like to share with folks, however, is that on average, our students are traveling 1,000 miles from home to join us at Eckerd. So the average distance traveled is about 200 to 250 miles. So Eckerd students tend to be a little bit more adventurous. We do have a 414 academic calendar. So unlike semesters or trimesters, 414 is a little bit different. It relates to the number of courses you will take in a given academic year. So students will always take 4 courses in the fall, they will take 4 courses in the spring, and then every year they will take a short term where they take 1 course, an in-depth study for about 3 weeks. Sophomore, junior, and senior year, that short term happens in the month of January for what we call winter term. And so winter term is a great opportunity to explore a particular class or get some global education. We'll talk about that in just a moment. However, in your first year, instead of 414 fall, winter term, spring, it looks more like 144. And so our new students come to campus 3 weeks before our upper class students do for autumn term. Autumn term is a 3-week class as well as orientation activities. So this is a great way for you to get a strong foundation, a strong footing before the rest of the students come onto campus and it's time to take 4 courses. So this is one of the most unique features about the Eckerd experience. Most colleges and universities have a 2 or 3 day orientation. You're coming and joining us and the other 600 or so first year students 3 weeks earlier. You will take a course, as I mentioned, and it will also be supplemented with other orientation-like activities. So getting to know St. Petersburg, getting to know other members of the first year class, figuring out where all the buildings are. The classes themselves are not major specific, but this is our list of majors. So we offer about 42 different majors and programs. What I mean by that autumn term course is that you're going to look at one particular issue or question or problem really in depth for those 3 weeks. Technically, all of our students come in undecided. Some of our most popular programs and majors would include marine science, that's our flagship program, also environmental studies and animal studies. And I would say rounding out the top 5, international relations and global affairs and psychology are some of our top most popular programs. One of the other nice things about campus, as I mentioned earlier, is that we're a very, very residential campus. And so 83% of our students live with us. We want that type of experience for you, not just in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. and it's not a bad location to live. This is our own beach. We call it South Beach. It's right on Boca Ciega Bay. And yes, you might see a dog there. We are the pet friendliest campus in the United States. So about half of our residence halls are animal friendly. Sunset, putting up a slack line, doing exactly what you see with these students. It's pretty much a daily occurrence. One of the other unique features about Eckerd is that we have our own waterfront facility. It's one of the most comprehensive collegiate waterfront programs in the United States. And so the waterfront is certainly recreational. Like these students, you can take out kayaks or paddle boards or wakeboards, sailboats, you name it, it's free for use. It's also academic. So a lot of our courses, certainly marine science and environmental studies related, but even maybe a literature course. We'll go out on the beach catamaran, a research vessel, or maybe another vessel and learn outside in Florida, take advantage of our location. And then finally, it's also service oriented. And so the waterfront is home to EXAR, which stands for Eckerd College Search and Rescue, where our students have a really unique leadership experience. They can choose to be part of EXAR, and on average, those students are responding to about 500 to 600 maritime distress calls in a given year. These are application details. So common application is available right now. So is our online Eckerd application. If you're a senior, now is a great time to start working on that application and sending it to us. We have an early action deadline of November 15th. So not early decisions. Early action simply means if your application and all supporting materials are in by the 15th of November, you are guaranteed a decision postmarked by us by the 15th of December. We are test optional. We'll be test optional for next year as well. If there's any juniors watching, you do not need to show test scores. We are truly test optional. If you choose to send the test scores, we'll use it for admission, but merit scholarships are based solely on your GPA. And finally, one last note, we like to talk about colleges that change lives, which is a great resource as you continue to go through your college search process. And Eckerd is one of the 40 colleges located in the book. So I recommend it, not just because Eckerd is a member, but can really help you in trying to figure out the best fit. I will hand it off to the next college now.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for getting us started with such a great presentation, Eckerd College. We are going to hear now from Colorado State University. Take it away whenever you are ready.
For some reason, it's not wanting to let me screen share. Sorry about that.
Is the button missing, or when you push it, it tells you you don't have access?
Oh wait, is that it? Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, it doesn't say I have access.
Like it says you don't have.
Yeah, if you want me to go to the other one and I can just come back later. Oh wait, actually, I think I might be able to I think I figured it out. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, yep, it's not in present mode, but we see it.
Beautiful. All right, let me move that. Sorry about that, y'all. Beautiful. Can y'all see my screen now?
Looks great, Sophia. Take it away.
Awesome. All right. Hey, y'all. My name is Sophia Shep. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm an admissions counselor for Colorado State University. I'm also a graduate of Colorado State University, graduated all the way back in August, and love my time so much that I work as a admissions counselor now. Here's my contact information real quick. If y'all want to get in touch with me after this meeting, y'all can do that. So moving on a little bit about CSU. So we are located in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's a bit of a ways away from Florida, but we are about an hour away from the Denver International Airport. So if you ever need to go back home, it's totally easy to get back home. I'm originally from South Carolina, so it's really easy just to get on a plane and go back to Charleston whenever I needed to. We have a population of about 175,000 people, so it's a little mixture between a small town and a big town like Denver. We are also ranked the #1 place to live by Livability magazine. I can personally vouch for that. I've lived in Fort Collins for about 4 years and absolutely love my time there. I went to the Corgi Parade a few weeks ago, and that was our annual, we had like 500 corgis dressed up in cute costumes. Great time. We are a platinum level bike friendly city and campus. We have about 285 miles of bike routes and trails. Makes us one of the most bike friendly cities and campuses in America. So it's a cool fact about that. So I usually tell freshmen not to bring their cars because you do not need it whatsoever. Another fun fact about Fort Collins is our Old Town. I'm sure y'all been to Disney and seen Main Street USA. That was actually modeled after Old Town Fort Collins. So you can get that little Disney vibe if you ever check out our Old Town. Now, moving on a little bit to CSU specifically, so we have about 27,000 students on campus. We are one of the larger universities here in Colorado. We are also a top 10% college with the best professors. I can personally vouch on that. I got coffee with one of my former professors. She's like one of my friends now, and I have formed so many meaningful relationships with my professors. It was just fantastic. In terms of academics, we have 8 colleges, about 75 majors, and 250 plus programs of study. I personally got my degree in political science and sociology with a certificate in effective leadership. We are also the most sustainable doctoral institution, so if you're interested in sustainability, want to get involved in environmental efforts, CSU is a great place for that. We have clubs on campuses. About 25% of our majors have an environmental component, so something that you're interested in, again, CSU is an awesome choice for that. We are also a Carnegie Research One institution, so we have a really strong focus on research. What makes CSU a little bit special is that we have a really strong focus on the undergrad level of research. So if you're interested in doing research, no matter what your major is, you will have options to pursue that at the undergrad level. And we also have a bunch of support and enrichment opportunities to make sure that you succeed academically. If you have no idea what you want to do coming into college, totally cool. We have a collaborative for student achievement, which is actually your undeclared college. You don't have to you have to declare a major until you're 45 credits in. So you have a year and a half to take some classes, figure out what you want to do, and you'll still have an academic advisor. So you'll still be right on track and you won't be totally alone just trying to figure it out. You'll still have an advisor that'll be with you every single step of the way. We also have a career center for your next steps post-grad. They'll help you stuff with like resume building, mock interviews, planning out your career, all that fun stuff. And the writing center, which is a way for you to get help with like papers, from like brainstorming process to needing like final edits, all that fun stuff. Now, in terms of enrichment, we have a few great enrichment opportunities. Our university honors program, something that I really like to talk about. There's a few things that make it a little bit special. Instead of taking your general ed classes, you'll be in honor seminars with about 20 to 30 other honor students. Those are actually held in the honors dorm, so you'll be living your freshman year, one of the nicer dorms on campus, and you will have priority registration, $1,000 scholarship per year just for being in the honors college, as well as you'll be doing a senior thesis your final year. That's pretty much whatever you want to do. I had a friend who was really interested in sustainability, and she did the student sustainability handbook that they give out to incoming freshmen for her thesis. We also have some really great education abroad and semester at sea opportunities. We are a host institution for semester at sea. So if any of y'all here in the room have seen Sweet Life on Deck, it's very much like that. You live on a cruise ship for a semester, you go 13 countries, 3 continents, and you take a semester of CSU classes during that time. We also have education abroad opportunities for all majors. They range from like 1 to 2 weeks over the summer to a full semester abroad. So if you're interested in education abroad, about 1 in 5 of our students do it, and it's a great opportunity to see the world. Now, in addition to academics and support enrichment opportunities, we have a bunch of traditions that make CSU really special. Something that I like to talk about, as someone from Charleston, and I'm sure people in Florida can also relate, I love water, and Colorado is clearly a landlocked state, so that was definitely something that I was a little bit nervous about when I came to Colorado, but luckily we have Horsetooth Reservoir, which is about 10 minutes west of us, and that completely filled my need to be in water. It's a massive reservoir, miles long, deepest point's like 300 feet deep. You can go boating, paddleboarding, hiking. If you don't really like doing exercise, you can just sit by the beach. So if you're kind of like interested in Colorado, but still like the beach aspect, you can still get that in Fort Collins. We also have our Cans Around the Oval, which is a fun little event that we actually just finished. It's just a way to collect food for our local food bank. We put them all around the oval, which is actually what you can see in my virtual background, kind of our little like main area of campus. So it's kind of a little fun tradition, way to support our community. So now talking about what we look for. So in our middle, 50% of admitted students for the fall 2021 class is between a 3.4 to a 4.05 GPA. That does include weight GPAs, so 25% were below that GPA range, 25% were above. We are totally test optional from here on forever. So freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors, anyone in the room, if you plan on applying to CSU, you will not have to take the SAT, ACT unless you love taking test scores or love taking tests and love submitting them. But yeah, we will only be looking at your weight GPA for admissions, scholarships, all of that fun stuff. Now moving on to what we need, we will need your application. We use the Common App platform, similar to Eckerd College. You know, it's that universal application. We ask for a $50 application fee or waiver. Your official transcript, that's the signed sealed from your school. If you took college courses, we'll eventually need that transcript. That can wait till you're done with high school. Then we ask for your recommendation. that is going to be something from like an academic source. So like your teacher or counselor, underclassmen in the room, if you haven't started making those connections yet, highly recommend, so you have someone that you can ask for next year or when you are a senior. Then finally, we ask for that personal statement. I see you utilize a holistic review approach. We know that you're not just your GPA, you're not just your transcript, and the personal statement is a way for us to get to know who you are. So we like to hear people talk about their interests, their passions, what they've done, what they want to do in college, if you have any idea. Just anything that's personal to you. That's just what we're looking for there. Now, in terms of when we need it, we have no binding deadlines for CSU, so you can apply as early as you want, and we will not force you to come to CSU. Our early action date is December 1st, so if you apply by December 1st, you will know by December 31st whether or not you got admitted, so you will be going into 2022 with knowing whether or not you got admitted to college. And then our regular decision and full scholarship consideration is this February 1st date. If you apply by that date, you'll get full scholarship consideration. Now, for out-of-state scholarships, those will range from $4,000 to $10,000 annually based on your GPA. If you have a 4.0 or above, you'll be getting a $10,000 scholarship.
Sophia, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Oh, it looks like you hit your last slide. Fantastic.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, the hardest thing is to tell everyone about an amazing university in 6 minutes. So thank you so much. Another great presentation, and we're going to hear now from High Point University. Take it away.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining us this evening. I'm happy to be a part of this awesome group of schools presenting today, and we're going to tell you a little bit about High Point. Hopefully you've heard something, but this is a quick snapshot of how gorgeous we are. Just on campus, this is one corner of it. We are located in Central North Carolina. We are a small private liberal arts institution, only 5,000 students total, and we have smaller class sizes, average about 20 per class, so it's a super easy transition for a lot of students in high school. Some of the great highlights of our educational experience that you're going to have on campus, besides those small class sizes, we have a 15-to-1 student faculty ratio. So it's definitely an environment at High Point where you're going to know your faculty members. You're going to have that kind of one-on-one relationship and dynamic within the classroom where it's very discussion based. You have a lot of support and a lot of help. And I think that's one thing, if you're looking for it, High Point is very good at doing that. Among that, we have wonderful faculty. We have a very caring faculty and staff on campus. 100% of them are full-time faculty. No classes are taught by TAs, which is kind of unique and cool. One of my favorite parts about High Point and the opportunity available to our students is we actually have a tuition-free master's program, which is unheard of. It's in communication and business leadership, and that's a newer program that we've added to the college just right before the pandemic, and that is something that really kind of stands out and is applicable to any student from any area of study, whether you're interested in biology, business, communications, etc. These are a list of our top 10 majors here at High Point. As you can see, undeclared being the #1. We love students who have a goal and kind of have an idea of what they want to study, but we also really love undeclared students because that gives you the flexibility to figure out what it is you're passionate about and what that looks like in an HPU for your kind of timeline. We have a specific program called Project Discovery that helps our students who are undeclared. These resources are also helpful to students who come in with an intended major, but the focus and the goal for us being a smaller liberal arts institution is to help you, again, find that passion. Figure out what it is that you love and how that's going to transpire into a career and steps beyond graduation. And with that, again, a 9-step process for our Project Discovery undeclared majors, but that support will stay with you. And one really cool, unique thing about High Point is we offer each incoming student a success coach, which is kind of like an academic advisor, except they have no course load. Their sole purpose is to help you discover what it is. Again, you know, hey, I'm thinking business, but let me make sure that that's definitely something I'm passionate about. And that mentor is going to help you acclimate both academically and socially, getting you involved in different clubs, research opportunities, athletics if you're interested, Greek life, all of those kind of fun things. Another cool thing about High Point is because we're a smaller institution, experiential learning is super important, right? We want to prepare you the best that we can holistically for those next steps. So you'll see if and when you come to campus, our students are always doing hands-on work. We have some phenomenal labs, a lot of great technology. We have a really cool biomechanics lab, but we also have a live news studio that you see here in this photo. This gentleman here, his name is actually Byron Pitts, and he's one of our innovators and residents. He is one of a main industry leader that comes to campus twice a year to mentor our students. He's actually ABC's Nightline co-anchor. So he is someone who's, again, very successful in the field and only one of many, many different types of innovators that will come and mentor our students across all studies. Now, this is a cool picture. We actually, besides, preparing you academically, we want to prepare you outside of that as well. Those soft skills, those people skills, the life skills, as you will see High Point is kind of coined for. And one of those is a learning lab that we have on campus that is photographed here. It's actually a 5-star dining restaurant. It's called 1924 Prime and it's a steakhouse. And this is an opportunity for our students to get in the lab and learn fine dining etiquette. That's one thing that's important to us because we hope all of you have the opportunity in the future for possibly a business meeting or maybe just want to impress a friend or family member. But this is one way, again, kind of holistically, we're going to approach your experience at HPU. And not only is it amazing in a 5-star learning lab, but it's actually included in your meal plan. Could you ask for more? I don't think so. But there is more, just wait. We opened up a brand new arena on campus and we actually have a brand new 5-star restaurant opening up called Aloe, which is Mediterranean themed. So a lot of learning opportunity and also just very, very good food. With that, another facet of the HPU experience that is super important to us is giving back, right? So many of you are coming from backgrounds where you are involved in service work and have a great volunteerism, great resumes, and you understand the importance of giving back and paying it forward. And our students complete over 110,000 community service hours a year. And that's not required at all. That's just completely our students knowing, again, the special kind of resources that we have and wanting to pay that forward. This photograph here is actually highlighting our freshman book program where we invite students to bring their favorite book from their childhood to our campus, and then we actually hand them out to local students in our community, which is really neat. Besides, obviously, great academics, experiential learning, kind of that holistic approach there, student life is super important, right? We all want to have fun when we're on campus at a college. We have 16 Division I sports, everything from basketball to lacrosse like you see here. We have volleyball, baseball, soccer, quite a few of them, both for men's and women's. And we have this statistic that actually needs to be updated. We have closer to a little over 200 clubs and organizations on campus outside of athletics that you can get involved in. Everything from student government to service organizations to Greek life to bass fishing, if you are interested in bass fishing. We also have different religious groups on campus, including Hillel, as well as Young Life and things like that. Now let's talk applications. For those of the seniors joining in, we know you were in the midst and super stressed and killing it, but these are just a couple deadlines very similar to the other schools that presented. For early decision, deadline is going to be Monday, but you're going to find out by Thanksgiving. And for that early action, which is that sweet spot, the most popular plan, we have 2 more weeks to get those in, but you will find out by the Christmas break. Lastly, really quickly, if early decision is something for you, we have a lot of great benefits that come with that are listed here. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we can dive into that a bit more. And I would say next steps kind of naturally, if you have not been to our gorgeous campus, please come visit us. We have personalized visits year round. We're completely in person. You actually get a nice little golf cart, personalized tour guide that takes you around. Also plenty of virtual opportunities. And please, I would say the most important part of this process is to reach out to your admissions counselors. So take down that information. It will be shared. I'll share it in the chat. And if you guys have any questions or want to know more about High Point, please let me know.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, High Point University. Another great presentation. And we're going to keep on moving now, hearing from Moore College of Art and Design. We are ready for you when you're ready for us.
Great. Can you see this?
It is on the presenter view. So if you want to swap your screens.
Ooh, hold on. Let's see. How's that?
Oh, yep, there it is. Perfect.
Okay, great. All right. So my name is Kylie. I work at Moore College of Art and Design. I'm a admissions counselor there. Let's see. Okay, so Moore College of Art and Design is a historically all-female undergraduate college for the visual arts. Our admissions policy is that we only accept admissions from, or applications rather, from female identifying students, non-binary folks, and trans women as well. The reason for this, we were founded in 1848. Our goal since then has been to serve for the underrepresented in the arts. So it's very important for us to shed light on those voices that are often unheard in the art world. So we're number 1 in Pennsylvania and number 3 in the nation among art and design colleges for a few different reasons. 100% of our students receive scholarship from us based on their portfolio and transcripts, which is really great. That's automatically applied to your application, which is really exciting. Over the last 10 years, we have this amazing statistic in the middle. 97% of our BFA alumni 1 year after school are either in grad school or employed in their field, which is really exciting. So we have a career focus at Moore as well. And then we also have this paid internship guarantee for all of our students. The summer of your junior year, you'll get to do a paid internship. We provide the $1,000, and then a lot of internships are becoming paid now, which is really exciting. So you might get paid outright from that business firm, things like that as well. So we're located in Center City, Philadelphia, which is a great, awesome, very cultural location, which is really great. So this is Benjamin Franklin Parkway, kind of cuts through Logan Circle. And then we have the Philadelphia Museum of Art at the very end of that. So we're really in this great area. You can't really lose inspiration surrounded by all these great cultural institutions. And all of our students have great access to them as well. So we're right there in the yellow, kind of one big building. Please come to campus and check us out. We're offering campus tours all throughout the week and on Saturdays as well. So we have 9 BFA majors and 11 BFA minors. Our newest major is Film and Digital Cinema, which is really great. If there are any interests that you have, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. My information will be at the end of this presentation. So like I said before, we have a career focus at Moore. So these are some of the great places that have hired our students in the past. And these are only a few of them. So we have really great connections with all of these amazing institutions and businesses and companies around the state, around the country, around the world. So it's really nice that we have all of these sort of connections for our students who are really interested in a career in the arts. So application, obviously very important. So we have rolling admissions, which is great. So we don't really have any hard and fast deadlines. We do have an early action deadline of December 15th, which is really great. So you get an additional scholarship if you get all of your materials in and file your FAFSA with us before that date. But everything in the yellow bubble is what you'll need. We're SAT optional. We've been SAT optional for quite a while, which is great. So you just need your application, transcripts, and portfolio for application to us. So portfolio basics, we're looking for 8 to 12 works of art, any media or style created within the last 2 years. Again, no hard and fast rules, really. Observational drawings are great if you have those, but not a requirement. So as an admissions counselor, I get to view artwork all day, which is an amazing job. So some of the things that we're looking for when we're looking at portfolios, drawing is a very big one. Also, this is student artwork from the past couple of years, which is really cool. Composition, how you decide to fill a frame, very important. Adding value, taking away value, adding contrast, things like that. Color is very important, how you choose to express, emote with color and with line, things like that. Concepts and originality is very important, making sure that we kind of just want to see you as an artist, what you're trying to say with your art, if anything. So just being really original to your own artistic voice is very important. And then the last thing, when putting together work for application to an art school, it's very important that craftsmanship is taken into account. When you're taking pictures of your work, make sure that it looks clean, the way that it would in person, things like that. So just really intentional about your portfolio is really important. So these are some big no-nos for probably any art school that you're going to be applying to. So this is helpful for all of y'all interested in the visual arts. Fan art is a huge no-no. Master copies are a no-no. Works on lined paper, again, keeping in mind intention is really important. And then this is my last slide. So for our sophomores, juniors, and seniors and freshmen, our youth programs are really exciting. You get to take college level courses with our college professors. Our Summer Art and Design Institute is really great for some of those upperclassmen, if you really want to kind of get a taste for what college life is like. You get to live on campus during the summer. You get to eat the dining hall food, which is actually delicious. I eat there all the time. And yeah, it's a really great program. You get college credits. You also get a scholarship as soon as you graduate from that program. And that's it. That's my presentation. Please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is right there if you have any questions. Also, we're starting to send out fee waivers, so please reach out to me if you would like one of those as well. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Great presentation, Moore College of Art and Design. All right, we are going to hear now from Florida Gulf Coast University. Whenever you are ready, take it away.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. I'm happy to be wrapping it up after a bunch of great presentations. My name is Annalise. I am from Florida Gulf Coast University. Just some quick context, we're located in Fort Myers, so probably about 2 hours south of y'all. So I say far enough away from home to get some independence, close enough you can still come home on the weekends if you would like. Just some background about myself. I'm a proud FGCU alum. I graduated with my bachelor's, and then this upcoming May, I'll be graduating again with my master's. So I love the school. I love the campus. I was involved during my time as a student. So if you would like that perspective, please feel free to let me know. Just some quick information. We're a medium-sized school with roughly 15,000 students. About 2,500 of those make up our freshman class. We admitted our largest freshman class past year, but still maintained our average class size of 33 and a 22-to-1 student-faculty ratio. So you get the best of both worlds with that larger student body, but still that hands-on individualized attention from your professors. That contributes to our ranking in the top 2 in the state of Florida for job placement after graduation. And then outside of class, we do like to have a little bit of fun. We have 250 student organizations or student clubs that you're able to become involved in, as well as 15 NCAA Division I athletic teams. Here you can see South Village, or as we call it, SOBI. This is our freshman housing option. We offer single bedroom suite style options here at FGCU for our freshmen, meaning you won't share a bedroom with anyone else. You'll always have your own 4 walls to come home to at the end of the night, just sharing a bathroom and common area with 1 or 2 other people depending. And then the same case in our upperclassmen housing. You'll always have your own bedroom, just sharing a bathroom and common space. In the middle here, you can see our SOBI pool, just one of the many amenities we offer for our freshman students. This is a list of all of our majors, minors, and some of our graduate programs as well. Just at a quick glance, we offer 64 graduate or undergraduate majors, and then a handful of minors as well. Here you can see some of the ways that our students get hands-on learning in their classrooms. FGCU students very rarely sit still. They're able to get real-world hands-on experience in the classroom before going out into their careers. So you can see one of our engineering students in our virtual reality lab. You can see our nursing students in our nursing simulation labs, our PGA golf management students. We are the only PGA golf management program in the state of Florida, and we are only one of 17 in the country. And then you can see some of our students in our trade room, kind of stimulating those stock trading lab scenarios. This is main campus. That grassy green circle is our library lawn that serves as a hub for campus life. You'll see student organizations out there tabling. Students will string their hammocks up on those trees or lay out on blankets to do their homework. We always have a food truck pulled up out there giving free food to our students. And then in the top right-hand corner, that cluster of buildings is our academic core. That's where most or all of your academic classes will be housed during your time at FGCU. So once you're on main campus, it's a pretty easy walk from place to place. It's nice to have everything centrally located, so you don't have to worry about scheduling 15-20 minutes in between your classes just to account for walking to wherever your next class may be located. All right, so going into the application process for my seniors in the room, I know you're probably in the thick of it right now, but coming up on Monday, November 1st, that is our early action deadline. It's non-binding, but it will get you an earlier decision back from FGCU, usually around mid-December, as well as priority consideration for our merit-based scholarships that I'll touch on in just a second. You have until November 1st to submit your application, and then we'll accept your supplemental items up until November 15th. So you do have some wiggle room. If you can't meet that early action deadline, no worries. You have until March 1st for a regular decision. Through that application, you can either go through the Common App. So I know a lot of the other schools on here today accept that. If that's easier for you, perfectly fine. We also have our own FGCU application. we're going to be looking for a couple of items regardless of how you submit that application. So that's going to be your a brief essay, so 500 words. We go by the Common App standard. Your SAT or ACT test scores. We are still test required as part of the Florida State University system. And then we'll look for your high school transcripts. We do not accept the SSAR anymore, so you'll just need to contact your guidance counselor and have those sent over to us. Here you can see our averages for last year's admitted class. These are averages, so we admitted above, right at, and slightly below. We're just always going to encourage the higher the GPA and the higher the test scores, the more competitive you'll make your application. If you have any concern about your GPA or your test scores, please feel free to reach out and we can look at it on a case-by-case basis. And then last but not least, cost of attendance, we're looking at roughly $6,000 per year for my Florida residents, but I do just want to quickly draw your attention to the merit-based scholarships. So Florida residents, you would be going for the President's Silver and President's Gold. That's $3,000 to $5,000 per year, renewable for up to 4 years. So as a reminder, when you get that application in before November 1st, that early action, you're automatically given priority consideration with that scholarship. We also offer our FGCU Foundation Scholarship. This is one application and it goes to hundreds of scholarship opportunities provided by our donors. And then we also accept Florida Prepaid and Bright Futures and anything independently sought out. And all of those scholarship opportunities are stackable to help with that tuition cost. All right, that is all the information I have for FGCU. So I will pass it back over, I believe, for questions and answers.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for closing us out with the presentation portion of our session here, Florida Gulf Coast University. All right, at this time, I'm going to ask all of my fellow panelists to join me on video here. We're going to do a round robin Q&A, which means I have a few questions for you all. I'll introduce the question and then pass it over to our first institution, and then y'all can take it away. We're going to get started with a question that takes advantage of all of the expertise you have and having you all in one place. And that question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Eckerd College, whenever you're ready.
Sure. Thanks so much. So the piece of advice that I, will give to you through the college search process is really, find the school that's the best fit for you. That's your challenge. That's your goal. It's a self-reflective process. So this is not the school where your parents think you should go, although it's good to ask for their feedback and their thoughts, or where your best friends are going. It's really the best fit for you. And so ask yourself some of the questions. What part of the country? Do I want an urban or rural environment? Do I learn best in a large academic space, or do I need a little bit of a smaller space? What types of activities am I looking to do? Do I want to be challenged, not just academically, but also with my own values and beliefs? So ask yourself lots of questions. Reflect on how you want to spend the next 4 years of your life. This is a great adventure, but you also want to find a place that's going to support you and help you and develop you. And that can be really life-changing if it's a good fit.
And I can kind of, I guess, add to your point, because mine's kind of similar. I think my biggest piece of advice is look into as many colleges as you really can. Look at what you like, what you don't like. If you have a college tour coming up and you're like, I already don't really like this school, still go on the tour, because then you can figure out exactly what you don't like or exactly what you do like. Every colleges are so different, and something that, I came across in my college search is I was so stuck on, kind of 4 different colleges for most of it. And, I ended up going to CSU because I was able to connect with the admissions counselor kind of randomly and decided to, check out the school and ended up loving it. So, I think it just exploring your options as much as you can, scheduling those calls with admissions counselors. We're always available to help y'all. That's our job. We love talking to students, but reaching out to as many of us. And if you're not sure about school, just finding out information about it, finding out what majors people offer, what they don't offer, just really helps you narrow down that college.
Stacked on top. We're going to keep adding to that. I completely agree with both Jacob and Sophia. And to add to that too, it is very important, I think, to build relationships with those admissions counselors of the schools you're highly considering. It makes our job a lot easier because we now have a face to a name usually, because we're able to meet with you virtually and just to know what your true passion is. And our job is to help you find that perfect fit, because that's what we want for you guys. But if we don't know who you are, we can't do our job to the best of our ability. So make sure you're reaching out. And kind of a bonus tip, guys, you've been through a rough couple years. Give yourself some grace. This is a very overwhelming process, but sometimes maybe that requires a gap year for you because it has been so strange. And figuring out, like you said, like Sophia and Jacob said, what it is that you're looking for, smaller school, big school, maybe not school at all. Maybe it's, trade. At the end of the day, self-help is very important, and your mental kind of health is too. So make sure you give yourself grace and reach out and kind of just do your best.
Keep building on that theme. So as admissions counselors, we're here to help. You're never bothering us by emailing us or calling us. I don't know about my colleagues on here, but sometimes there's days where I'm sitting by my phone hoping that it will ring and I can talk to someone. It gets a little quiet. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We're here to help. We've all been through this process before. So we know what it's like. We know it's tough, and it's been a tough year for y'all. So if there's any way that we can relieve some of that anxiety, that's what we're here for. We're humans too. I promise we're not scary figures sitting behind a desk. I have a beanbag chair in my office. So if you're ever in the area and stressed out and need to come hang out, I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So like Carly said, give yourself grace. It's been a rough couple years. Don't be afraid to reach out, ask questions, take down our contact information. Anything we can do to help, I promise we're doing it.
Fantastic, everyone. That was an exceptional response to that question. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'm really excited to share that we were able to have our last college join us here. And so we are going to divert now from this Q&A and move into one final presentation. We're going to hear from Flagler College. They will have a few minutes to share about their institution. But as I transition it over to Flagler College, I want to thank all of our panelists and experts for that fantastic advice, sharing information. All right, Neil, we're ready for you. Take it away. Feel free to share your screen whenever you're ready.
Okay, I apologize. I'm closing everything down so nothing pops up when I do screen share.
Perfect. While you pull up, I'll just let folks know, I'll do the little closing first here and let everyone know, a reminder that this session was recorded. And so you'll be able to catch the recording at strivescan.com/Manatee District Virtual College Fair. I'll put that link in the chat for you again. And when you close out the session today, please know that you'll get a very quick 5-question survey. Any feedback that you can provide will be very useful for us. All right, Neil, take it away.
Thank you. Again, I apologize for being late. I would like to blame the kids, but in fact, I'm going to blame the kids. So my name is Neil Patrickson. I'm one of the Senior Assistant Directors of Admissions at Flagler. And I'm going to go through a brief presentation here just to kind of give you an idea of the school, what we have to offer. And then if you are sticking around, I'd be very happy to answer any questions that you have at the end of it. So here at Flagler, we're a small private liberal arts school, about 2,500 students. So small by intent. Everything's in walking distance. Everything's downtown. Right behind me is the main building, Ponce Hall. It was the old Ponce de Leon Hotel. So it's nice to have everything in a bike ride, a skateboard, or a walk from your resident halls. This is where we brought our 2021 class in from. Lots of Floridians and also lots of students, as you can see, from out of state. A lot of the Northeast, and then a good number of international students. In the 2021 class, in the 2021 class, 51% were outside of the state, which is nice. Last year it was 50%, so we've added to it. Typically, if you look at our total student population, you will find that about 50%, we've got about 44 or 45 different states represented, and getting very close to 50, if not breaking 50 in terms of international countries. So lots of diversity, lots of Central and South Americans, lots of Europeans. So lots to learn from, which is great. For those who don't know where we're located, this is kind of where we are, where the Shield is. We are about 4 miles from the beach, about 45 minutes south of Jacksonville, about 2 hours north of Orlando. So job opportunities, career options are available to our students. We're located in beautiful downtown St. Augustine, as I mentioned. Beautiful place. If you haven't visited, I would recommend it. There's lots to do in the city. Great art scene, great music scene, great restaurants, coffee shops, you name it. It's all kind of in and around the downtown area, which is very nice. But if you haven't visited, I would definitely recommend it. Flagler works on 2 16-week semesters, and 16 weeks goes by very quickly. We've got all kinds of fall festivals, spring festivals. If you look at our student faculty staff ratio, it's about 7 to 1. So lots of people on hand to help you with any questions that they have or that you have. So you're part of the Flagler family when you're here with us. And I experienced that as a student. I was there 2004 to 2008, and having the open door policy, having people there to actually help you, stop what they're doing at any point of their day and make sure that you're getting your questions answered is really nice. This slide shows our programs of study. Our majors, it doesn't reflect our minors, although some of these majors are available as a minor. I would recommend going to the website, taking a look at it, and then clicking on the program. It's going to give you an overview of it, and it's going to give you all the classes that you'll be taking, so you'll have an idea of what you're heading into in business, sport management, communication, education, psychology, criminology. Marketing was a very popular major this year. We started international business. We've started computer information systems. So a lot of good programs there for you to look at. Giving you the quick version of it here. A little over $37,000 for tuition, room and board. We're very affordable considering, we're a 4-year private school. So as you've done research, as you will do research, you will find that's the case. We've got one flat tuition rate at Flagler. So as long as you stay between 12 and 18 credit hours, you can study multiple academic programs. And we found that almost 40% of our students will do a major and a minor, or a double minor, or a triple minor, or even a double major. We do require freshman students to live on campus their first year. After that, you can request to live on campus, or you can move off campus. And the board side of it covers you for the unlimited meal plan. So you can go in there as much or as little as you want to as a student. It's great. We go in there, actually, we're going in there next week, I think, as an office. So you'll see us in there, you'll see the president in there, your professors in there. The dining hall has got the largest collection of Tiffany stained glass in the world around the outside of it. So beautiful place to eat. The food is very good as well. A lot of our students get financial aid. Merit scholarships range from $2,500 to $4,500. And then obviously you've got the EASE grants, $2,800 from the government if you decide to stay in Florida and attend a private school. You've got Bright Futures. You've got a portion of prepaid because we are a private institution. There's on-campus employment, there's off-campus employment, but that $37,000, comes down very quickly as a Florida student. And then just very quickly, our academic profile looks like this. It's very much a holistic evaluation process. So you as an individual, not a set of numbers. That is a core weighted GPA, and we are test optional. It's our 3rd year now as a test optional institution. But if you do decide to send in test scores, we do super score, we cross the SAT and ACT together. But this kind of gives you an idea of where you might fall, but again, holistic. So we've got 4.0s, we've got 2.6s. It's really you as an individual. And last slide here, the application, we're on the Common App, or you can use our application. Seniors, your application's up and running now. Juniors, August 1st of next year. Early decision and regular decision. Early decision November 1st. Regular decision March 1st. Early decision has a binding agreement component to it. So if you apply through early decision and you're accepted, you have to withdraw all of the school applications. So it's a massive commitment. We do
Neil, I'm so
require
sorry
a
to kick you off,
self-reported
but it
trans-
will automatically end the webinar at 10 after or 10 till. So I want to just thank everyone and let you know, appreciate you being here, and these sessions are being recorded. Make sure and reach out to Neil at Flagler College.
Thank you.